Okay, so what we're learning here is adding and subtracting integers, okay? So it's important to remember that you can follow the rules, use the calculator, draw models, and also number lines, okay? So let's start off with the models. We have -2, so you would draw two negative signs and a +4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to remember here that a positive and a negative make 0. So for example, if these represent 1 because there's no number in front of them. So if you have 1 minus 1, that's always 0. So this is a +1 and this is a -1. So that's always 0, okay? So this is why we cross out only positives and negatives. So what you have left over is your answer. So what is our answer? +2. So this is going to equal +2, okay? So another way to show it on your number line is you're going to draw a number line. You always start at your 0, and you're going to look at your first number first, and it says -2. So we know that negative is to the left, so you're going to go backwards, 1, 2. So that's -1, -2, and you're going to draw an arrow showing that you went backwards 2. And then your next number is a +4. So you're going to start from the 2 and you're going to go to the right 4 times, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4. So you end up back on 2, okay? So draw your arrow showing if you go back 4 spaces that you do land on the 2. Now, don't forget you do have calculators, so you can always check your answers. I would clear it off a couple times. Always clear your calculator out. So I'm going to put it in the calculator just like it says. And for my negative, I'm going to use a minus sign. So -2 plus 4. And if you notice, the -2 came up whenever I press plus. And your answer is +2. You could also, let's clear this out, use this plus/minus right here, positive/negative. And you can say, but if you do it this way, you press the number, then the sign, then plus, then 4. And you'll still get 2, okay? It's very important that you do it in the right order, your buttons for your negative signs, because if not, the calculator will be incorrect, okay? Always clear your calculator out. Remember, you need to be working with this kind of a calculator. If you have a big fancy calculator that's actually showing the negatives for you, that's only hurting you because you will not be able to use that kind on your state test. Okay, so let's do another one. So we got 3 minus -4. So I'm asking you to pause this video and try to do this one by yourself. And then play it and then check your answer, please. Okay, so in this case, don't forget that anytime that we have a minus and negative, so it's basically two negatives right next to each other, what you're doing, even though it's a minus sign, we're adding integers here. So you're adding the opposite number. So this two negatives change to a positive, okay? So what you can do to remind yourself that it does that is that you can do this. Just to remember when there's two together, they change to positive, okay? It's just a little trick. So don't forget what you're doing is that you're adding its opposite. Okay, so now this is pretty simple. We just have 3 plus 4 is 7. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Draw your number line. Start at 0. Go up 3. And then go up 4 more. 4, 5, 6, 7. And that lands on 7. Okay? You can use your calculator. So I'm going to try with the calculator and see if you go 3 minus minus 4 and see what happens. 3 negative negative 4. No. So see, you cannot use your calculator to do this. Let's try it this way. 3 minus 4 negative. Well, you could do it that way, okay? If you do 3 minus 4 and then press this button, okay? But if you were trying to use the minus sign, that wouldn't work. So the easiest thing to do so you don't get confused with the calculator is to make sure you remember that these will turn to positive because you're adding the opposites. 2 negatives make a positive. Okay, so let's go to this next sheet. Today we're going to work on problem solving. So all of these word problems on this sheet is going to challenge you to think about positive and negative numbers, okay? So which scenarios result in quantities that combine to make 0? Select all that apply. So anytime it says that, you know that you're going to have more than one answer. So we need to make 0. So Karen drove 10 minutes to the grocery store and then drove 10 minutes to the library. That would not be 0. That would actually be 20. Okay, so that's 10 and 10. 2 positive 10s. Kelsey earned $45 from house cleaning and then bought a concert ticket for $45. So do you think this would end up with a result of 0? Yes, because if you earn money, that's a positive. And then if you buy some money, if you spend your money because you buy your tickets, then that's a negative. So 45 minus 45 is 0. So this is 1. But you don't stop there because it does say select all that apply. Lucas ran 20 minutes and then he walked 20 minutes. So yes, this is not 1 because he ran and then he walked. That's adding. That would be 40 minutes. Ted's mom bought a half pound of hamburger and then Ted's family ate the half pound. So if you buy it, that's positive. If you're eating it, it's like you're taking it away, so that's negative. So what this is teaching us is that a positive and a negative of the same number is always 0. So this is 1. So let's keep going. Usually there'll be 2 answer choices for select all that apply, but we're just going to see. Shelby spent 1 hour folding her clothes and then spent 1 hour watching TV. That's 2 positive, so you're going to add those, and that would be 2. So no, this is not 1. Okay, so just do your best on the sheet, read it carefully, go through each choice just like I did. Okay? Okay, this last sheet that we're doing today, this is a fun ice cream sheet. So what you're going to do is solve the scoops, and then you're going to cut it and glue it where it goes, and then you can color and decorate, okay? So we got negative 10 minus 3 plus 5, okay? So you can use your calculator for these. We know that negative and a negative, you're going to get a bigger, you add them and you get a bigger absolute negative. So negative 10 and negative